Okay, there we go. And then let me share. Here we go. Okay, can you all see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay. Okay, super exciting. Okay, so we are ready to go. Okay, so what if the path you were taught to follow, go to school, get a job, save your money, and invest slowly over time, was never designed to actually make you wealthy? Most people in America are working harder than ever before, earning more income than previous generations, yet they still feel stuck financially. The reality is that the traditional system is built for stability, not for freedom, and certainly not for generational wealth. So, what if the path that you were taught to follow? Oh, hold on. Okay, so we went through that. I feel like I want to start over. I'm going to start over. We can edit this. Is that okay? Okay, so the new blueprint for wealth inside Titan Impact Group, presented by myself, Catherine Bell, and the team, which I'm really excited about. So, what if the path that you were taught to follow, go to school, get a job, save your money, and invest slowly over time, was never designed to actually make you wealthy? Most people in America are working harder than ever before, earning more income than previous generations, yet they still feel stuck financially. The reality is that the traditional system is built for stability, not for freedom, and certainly not for generational wealth. At Titan Impact Group, we believe that wealth is not something you stumble into. It is something that is intentionally designed. We are a group of operators, investors, and educators who have come together to build a true wealth ecosystem. Our mission is to help individuals move from earning income to building ownership, from working alone to operating within a network, and from reacting financially to executing with strategy. This webinar is the first step in showing you what that actually looks like. So the traditional wealth path is fundamentally broken for most people. It relies on linear income, where your time is directly tied to your money. It exposes you to high tax burdens with very few strategies to offset them. It limits your access to real investment opportunities, often reserving them for institutions or highly connected individuals. And perhaps more importantly, it does not provide the education necessary to understand how wealth is truly built. As a result, most people are left working harder, saving more, and still falling behind. To build real wealth, we have to shift how we think. Wealth is not created through income alone. It is created through ownership. It is not built in isolation. It is built through access and collaboration. It is not achieved by guessing. It is achieved through strategy and execution. And it is not sustained alone. It is sustained through community. This is the shift that separates earners from investors. At Titan Impact Group, everything we do is built on a simple but powerful equation. Authority plus vision equals ecosystem. Authority comes from real experiences, real deals, real execution, and real results. Vision comes from understanding not just how to make money, but how to create impact, legacy, and long-term sustainability. When those two elements come together, they form an ecosystem where every piece supports the other. This is what we are building. The Titan ecosystem is designed to guide you through every stage of wealth building. It includes investment opportunities, deal flow, education, tax strategies, and community-based investing models. Each component plays a specific role, but they are all interconnected and designed to move you forward. Over the next few slides, we will walk through each of these components so you can see how they fit together. The Titan 23 represents the investment engine to our ecosystem. This is where we bring together real estate development opportunities, structured investments, and capital from our network. The purpose of Titan 23 is to give investors access to deals that are typically reserved for institutional players. Rather than trying to go out and find deals on your own, you are able to participate in opportunities that have already been sourced, underwritten, and structured. Landshark Mastermind is the execution engine. This is where deals are found, analyzed, and broken down in real time. Through the daily deal room and the Deal Hunter process, members are able to see exactly how opportunities are evaluated and what makes a deal worth pursuing. This removes the guesswork and replaces it with a repeatable process. Wealthwise Women focuses on helping individuals, especially women and families, understand how to turn active income into passive income. This is where the concept of 7 streams of income is introduced and broke down into something practical and achievable. It is not just about making money, it is about designing a life where money works for you. One of the most powerful tools to investors today is tax strategy, and specifically opportunity zones. Through our OZ strategy and the OZ Wizard platform, we help investors understand how to legally defer and potentially reduce taxes while investing in high growth opportunities. This is a critical piece of maximizing returns and protecting wealth. 7 streams of passive income and the investment club. So the 7 streams of passive income model is where everything becomes actionable and actionable for the individuals. So through the 7 streams investment club, members are able to participate in deals together using fractional investing. This means you do not need to take down the entire project on your own. You can invest alongside a community and gain access to opportunities that would otherwise be out of reach. This part of the ecosystem is supported by an incredible group of speakers and leaders, including Amor, Tracy, Tommy, Trevor, Katya, Blake, Cicely, Laura, and Victoria, all of whom bring their own expertise and perspective to the table. Each part of this ecosystem exists to solve a specific problem that most investors face. Titan 23 shows you how to invest in real deals. Landshark Mastermind shows you how those deals are actually found and evaluated. Wealthwise Women shows you how to convert your current income into long-term wealth. Chosen Forever introduces you to the importance of legacy and why your journey matters beyond just money. OZ Wizard shows you how to optimize your investments through tax strategy. And the 7 Streams Investment Club shows you how to participate in all of this through a structured collaborative model. Together, these pieces form a complete system. Over the next 6 webinars, we are going to go deeper into each of these components. You will learn how the Titan 23 fund is structured and how investors are paid. You will see how deals are sourced and analyzed through Landshark. You will explore the 7 streams of income through Wealth-Wise Women. You will understand the deeper purpose and legacy through Chosen Forever. You will learn advanced tax strategies through OZ Wizard. And finally, you will see how to participate through the 7 Streams Investment Club. Each session builds on the last and prepares you for the next step. This is not theory. This is a pathway. You started by understanding the system. You plug into deal flow. You begin participating in investments. You apply tax strategies, and over time, you build multiple streams of income that are not dependent on your time. This is how wealth is actually built. Your next step is simple. Continue through the series. Each webinar will give you deeper level of understanding and a clearer path forward. By the time you reach the end of the series, you will not only understand the ecosystem, you will know exactly where you fit within it. We encourage you to attend all 7 webinars, engage with community, and prepare for the upcoming virtual summit. This is where everything comes together and where real opportunities are presented. We are now going to open up this for questions. This is your opportunity for clarity. Ask about anything you heard about today and begin thinking about how this applies to you and your personal situation.
I have a question.
Yes.
So my question is, I would love to hear, like, how did you start this journey, Catherine?
How did I start this journey?
Yes.
So my personal story, I'm thinking, do you know my personal story?
Yes, I do, but there's some others who may be listening who would love to hear, like, how did you start this journey, this
How
amazing
did this
journey?
all come together?
Yes.
So it all comes together. So Titan Impact Group is where, like, I'll go from there. So Titan is being the Sentinels of the American Dream. And that started with, I came to this country in 2001 when I married my late husband, Christopher. And he had a dream. And we took his dream, we turned it into a multi-million-dollar company that we were able to actually sell in 2008. And so I love the American dream. Like, come to this country, it's extraordinary. If you have a dream and you want to work hard, you can absolutely build it. So then during that time, we had actually adopted our twins out of the foster care system. Sarah and Jordan, they were 4 months old. At the time, they're now 21. My son went on to become a U.S. Marine, and my daughter's building her own little empire. And so that had all happened in 2009. For any of people who were around then, we know what happened. The economy crashed. And when the economy crashed, not only did we lose literally our whole portfolio because we had all our assets in the same asset class basket, which the thing I teach about the 7 streams of passive income is about being in the different asset classes so that you truly are diversified. So we lost everything, and my husband got super, super sick, which had me have to go back to work and provide for our family. And I was working 80 hours a week and burning the candle at both ends, taking care of my sick husband, my twins, and I knew that this wasn't sustainable. And that was when I learned that the average millionaire had 7 streams of passive income. And so I was like, okay, I got to figure this out. And understanding the difference between active income and passive income. And so, definitely plugging into and understanding that when we ask better questions, we get better answers. So rather than asking, how do I do this? I asked who already knows how, and then getting connected with them to be able to get the benefits of those passive streams of income. So that's what I did. So started out doing buy and hold, then I did wholesaling, and then ended up running a program here in Arizona called Flipping Females. And I partnered with women, teaching them how to invest. And we flipped about 500 houses here, and then started my own hedge fund, and we did vacation rentals, and then we did residential ground up developments, commercial ground up developments. And then in 2018, my husband died very tragically. leaving me a widow and a single mom with 14-year-old twins. And it was at that time that I had actually created 13 streams of passive income for my family, and it let me take a year off and grieve. And during that time, I got really clear, being able to take that time off and be reflective, that chasing money wasn't the answer, but definitely making an impact was. So moving forward, I knew that any projects I had anything to do with, that we would leave every person, property, and community better than we found them. And so that's where impact comes from. And so, because I believe we can do good and do well at the same time. And so I've got 2 nonprofits, and my one nonprofit is Wealthwise Women, teaching families how to create these multiple streams of passive income, because the more people I talk to from stage and different places, I ask people to hold up their hands. So everybody hold up your hands. So Katia, you may not be old enough, but your family has. So even if your family is like, out of the 5 Ds, I want you to hold up how many Ds you or your family has been through. So it's death, divorce, diagnosis, downsize from the economy, or being dumped from your job. So yeah, it's typically 3, right? Victoria, 5. Like, all of those are emotionally devastating, and let alone financial devastation on top of the emotion. It's brutal. And so having the 7 streams of passive income literally gives people the breathing room for when any of those things hit and happen to families. And so that's where Group is. So Titan Impact Group is set up so that anybody can actually plug into our investments, and because we're the who's that know how, and create those passive income streams for their family. And then from there, once they have the 7 and they're solid, now we continue to build passive income streams 8 through 40, but those ones now go make an impact in the world. So I have investors that have now been able to retire. I had a call yesterday with one of my investors that because of our investments, her and her husband were able to retire, and now they focus on their nonprofit and everything that they're doing. So another investor, she shared that because of our investments, her 8th stream of income is now going to pay for orphanages and schools overseas to be built with missionaries. So again, it's about making that impact, and that's what we're here to do, and that's what we're here to build with all of you. So does that answer that, Amar? I love
That
it.
was the best answer.
That was an amazing answer. And I feel like it tells us just so much about why you do this and why this is important to you. And I think all of us can definitely. I had another question about the steps to get started.
Yeah.
So I really love that slide. And I was just wondering if anyone on the call who's up here could talk about how they get started with this. So maybe Katia could share how she got started.
There we go.
Well, I decided that I want to get involved with impacting others and bringing up others. And I started these money mindset sessions, just a very small personal group here in Southern California. And one of the individuals who attends my sessions said that she met Catherine and that Catherine was awesome, and I have to reach out to her. So I did, and Catherine probably hopped on maybe 8 different calls with me, helping build the foundation and organize the marketing and the approach and the structure. And then she even flew out to California to speak about passive income and passive investing to my group. And we played the game Cash Flow. And it was an incredible night. And that absolutely shifted my mindset on everything. So 2 months later, I reached out to Catherine again, and I told her everything that I'm discovering about investing, especially within real estate. And she's like, hey, why don't you join my podcast? It's tomorrow morning. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So since then, I have attended the podcast basically every morning, and we were able to dive into different investment deals. And I was actually a part of underwriting and exploring a $12 million property, which is unbelievable. So, in the last 2 months, the level of understanding and confidence and camaraderie is absolutely amazing. And I'm excited to build up on it. And the empowerment that I have felt within this group has also been priceless. So that's how I got started, and I'm just at the very, very beginning. So I'm still
So,
starting.
Katia, you mean only 2 months that you've been in this?
Yes.
Wow.
And you're a full-time college student.
Yes.
Yes.
And what year? How, do you mind, Katia? How old are you?
I'm 21.
21.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. That is so amazing. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing your story.
Yes, of course. And I'm so grateful to all of you guys for having me, having this crazy 21-year-old.
Well, it's super inspiring that you're here because I know all of us ladies, if we were 21 and we had this available to us,
Oh
like,
my
could
goodness.
you imagine your journey? Like, game changer.
Oh, I'm so lucky. Thank you guys.
We're
Absolutely.
lucky to know you.
Thank you.
We're lucky to know you. Well, this has been so amazing. I know Laura, though, has actually probably known you the longest, Catherine.
Laura's the
So,
reason I got married and kids and all the things.
oh, well, Laura, can you
Um,
tell us a little bit about how you know Catherine and just all the amazing work that you guys have done over the years?
how long is this webinar? Absolutely. Hi, everyone. So yeah, we just celebrated, what did we say? It was our 27th
27th friend
Be-
anniversary,
friend
BFF
BFF
anniversary.
anniversary. So we met in March of 99. March of 99. I have to do
Yep.
the math. I got married. I have to do
Yep.
all that. It's March of 99 we met. And that's a story in and of itself. It was divine. Let's just leave it to divine intervention. It was divine intervention. God knew better than I did, shockingly. And we ended up meeting and we were fast friends about 10 hours in.
Yep.
And yeah, and we have since over those years co-raised kids and been through all of those five, the highs of those five and the lows of those five. And sometimes those five are divine intervention. Sometimes what is needed is there's painful parts of all of those five pieces, but there's some growth and some benefit possibly, if you choose to see that in those as well. For a lot of people that might be the swift kick in the derriere to move you from settling to what your actual purpose is in life. So my journey has been my journey, as everybody's journey is different. I had a pretty great upbringing and not really anything to complain about. And I, about 30 years ago now, I guess, I took on that. I didn't get the financial education. My parents were great. They, put me through college and I got a lot of benefit, but they knew what they knew and they didn't know what they didn't know. And so I didn't get educated about finances and those kind of things. So I really took it on myself, and I started with Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it all went from there. And thankfully Catherine and I have done a lot of different businesses together, a lot of different education together.
And we've played cash flow
We
literally
played
all over the world, thousands of times, not even joking.
Not even joking. And we tell people when we start teaching them about cash flow that we used to play so much. This was before the app, right? Now you got the app, but before the app, we played so much that we just laminated
The last 6 pages. We ran
the
out.
last of that. We're like, we're gonna run out of these and not know how to get other ones. So the last 6 pages, because you can do 6 players, we laminated and started doing with dry erase markers. So we did that for a long time before we should have invented the app.
Hilarious.
Catherine, you and I could have invented the app
Yes,
and
you
been
should have.
gazillionaires, but We didn't think that
Yeah.
piece
We were too busy
forward.
playing,
We were too busy. That's right. We were too busy playing.
too
I
busy
think
doing
our
divas.
fastest game was, I don't know, we were in and out, like through the rat race and out of the big
20
game in
minutes.
15 minutes or something crazy. You
20
know,
minutes.
we don't read cards anymore. We're like, what's the bottom line? So that, that became that piece of it. And I'm blessed to continue to be able to create the life that I create. And now I am, one of the things I'm passionate about is generational wealth and passing that on, and because I know now what I didn't know then. My 25-year-old is it's been a real estate investor since he was 16, and didn't really have a job through college because he was living on rental income and two different houses, and he's now studying to be a CPA, but and still very passionate about real estate and investing. And so I passed that legacy on, and I'm looking to do that wherever else I can do that as well. So yeah,
All the fun
just
we've had together,
all the fun we've had together.
and we're still having together.
Yep, that's
That
How
it.
about
is
you?
so awesome.
Never
How about you,
ending.
Victoria and Amor? How did you get started investing?
I got started investing kind of by accident because I was looking at my husband's 401k and I was just trying to understand the things. And so I was like, maybe I should learn about this, what I need to do and to invest. And so I started taking classes and going to seminars, learning about it, which led me going to real estate and learning about it, just because I wanted to like make sure we were using our money well, because just like we talked about in this, like it just was never taught to us. It was never something talked about. So I just didn't understand it. And then I got to meet you and Tracy and all of that and hear more about after I had been investing that, hey, like you can do even more when you know the right who, and also when you pull your resources. I started a couple of investment clubs with my friends and with my family, a second one with my family and some other people, and just got excited about how this can help build legacy and also help us to be able to support other organizations, because we know like there are so many needs in our world, and it's really going to take not only us taking care of our own families, but how do we use that wealth to support others. So that I just went to this gala, I forgot to tell you guys, on Saturday, for an organization that houses people after they get out of the foster care system. And so I'm working with them to provide properties for them to be able to help them get on their feet and all of that. So that's
Nice.
all because of the work that we get to do here. And I'm just excited because I know there are more people who want to make an impact. And if we have the blueprint, and Catherine, Laura, Trace, all of these people have been doing this for many years. And I love that Katya is like, hey, 2 months in, here's what I'm doing. And you could do it too. So join us. We have 6 more webinars coming up, but I'll let Victoria jump in before we talk about the 6 webinars that are coming up.
Thank you. And just like everyone already shared, did not have the financial background growing up. Our parents did the best. My parents did the best they could. My grandparents did the best he could. But getting into this financial walk did not start until much later in life. Amor has always been, I started as her assistant principal. I feel like I haven't left that role just yet, but I'm not in education anymore. But what I can say is, we always have these deep conversations about like where we're going, where do we want life to be, what would we want that to look like for us so many years down the line. And somewhere in the midst of that, the eye opener was like, we don't have to accept retirement, or we don't have to accept just the regular lifestyle that we have. We can strive for more. And in the midst of her meeting so many individuals and us learning about different financial paths, we jumped into, creating an investment club, which was like, to me, the door opening to like there's more, right? There's more, not just for financial gain, but there's so much more to share. As we are learning, there's so much to share that I'm like, oh my God, guys, look what I just learned. Telling my family and friends, like, I didn't know like this portion of life was like the door was open for anyone to walk in if you learn about it. And so in the midst of that, through the investment club and many other joint ventures that I have with Amore, I met Catherine and all the great people at that at our Becoming Her event. And the light bulb was already going off, but I think even in that space, it was just solidified that I deserve to walk this walk. I deserve to be in this space. And I think a lot of times people don't recognize that they have the opportunity and that they can be in those rooms that, someone may have told them that they're not allowed to be in. And so just learning about the 7 streams of income, that 7 streams of wealth, most definitely is an impact to my life. And I'm excited the direction we're going with this. But I think the key part about this for me is that I am an educator that's been my career. The opportunity to learn, right? And then being able to walk in it at the same time is like second to none. So I'm excited about this journey, Catherine. I'm excited about what you guys are going to share. Katya, I tell you, that just makes me want to just walk even harder and stronger and louder. Yeah, that's why I got. Thank you.
I love this. Well, I'm excited to be on this journey with all of you. This is taking what we built with Flipping Females and taking it to a whole new level, because we're doing actually bigger commercial deals. And this is another aha around that, taking that year off, is realizing that the amount of time that it would take to do a single fix and flip on a single family house was the same amount of time it took to do a commercial deal, only there were more commas over here. So do the numbers tell you what to do. So time and more commas, like, yes. So that's doing all these commercial deals with all of you and coming together to do bigger deals. It's very exciting. So I love it. Very cool. Okay. Any more questions or anything anybody has to say before we go? Okay. I think this is perfect.
I think
We're
Laura's
have
going
our
to talk about the
So
other
I'll just do
webinars coming
a
up.
quick rundown of the schedule of the upcoming webinars.
Okay.
So they are going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So today's Tuesday is the first one. Our next one is this coming Thursday, the 23rd. That will be from 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific. And then I'll run through the dates, but it's basically after that, the next 3 Tuesdays and the next 2 Thursdays. So Tuesday is always 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific, and Thursday is always 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific. So the list of dates, webinar 2, as I just said, is the 23rd from 3 to 4. Webinar 3 is the 28th of April from 9 to 10 a.m. Then webinar 4 is Thursday the 30th from 3 to 4 p.m. Webinar 5 is Cinco de Mayo, May 5th from 9 to 10 a.m. And then webinar 6 is 5/7. That's May 7th from 3 to 4 p.m. And then webinar 7 is May 12th from 9 to 10 a.m.
Very exciting. So we are going to, Katya, we need to get these out with you and Blake on all the social media sites to invite everybody to all these. So anyways, I'll work with you guys on that.
Perfect. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, love this. Well, thank you. Okay, this is very exciting, you guys. Yeah, this is awesome. There you go. More put the the scheduling link. So there you go. You can use that scheduling link right there. And the thumbnails are all right there, Katya. So we can get those out on all the social media platforms. Okay. Awesome,
Okay.
Saucy. Okay. Does anybody have anything else?
No, I did drop the website so people can register for the upcoming webinars. We are so excited to be with you and all we're going to learn over the next couple of weeks.
Yep. So I would say share these with, share these on your social media, your email, CRMs, whatever, your newsletter lists. Share, because again, the more people that we have come and be a part of creating, my goal is to have every single person, every single family have a minimum of 7 streams of passive income. And then from there, go and continue to make an impact in the world. So it's all about sharing and building community and having the right people who want to be a part of this all come and do that. So yes, share. I love it. Thank you, Amor, for sharing this. This is so perfect. Okay, so Katya, you have what you need for you and Blake to go do your thing on all the platforms?
Yes, and if I have any questions, then I'll just reach out.
Yep. And
Cool.
for sure, if you can't, like, Amor is probably a better person
Okay,
than I am around all of this. I am.
sounds good.
I love it. You ladies are amazing. I love you all. I'm super excited this journey that we're going to be on, the impact. And, again, 10 years from now to look back and go, oh my goodness, look what we did. So amazing. So I love you all. Have an amazing day. And we'll talk to you all this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.